Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jersey Zone. Today I'm going to be doing my Christmas video. I know it's not Christmas anymore, it's the 26th, but I meant to get this video up yesterday, I just ran out of time. I didn't really run out of time. I just put it off for too long. That's really what ended up happening. So I don't know. I'm going to put it up today anyways. Why not? It's just a fun little video. Of course, last year I did do a Christmas wish list where I went through all 32 teams and basically said what I wanted them to do with their jerseys. I got a couple of my wishes correct, or at least my wishes granted is maybe the way I should phrase that. I know Anaheim changed their jerseys. That was one of my wishes. And I think the Edmonton Oilers, their third jersey, I wanted that to go away and it's gone now. So yeah, two of my wishes were granted. That's pretty cool. But today I'm not going to be going over all 32 teams again because a lot of it would be the exact same. I don't think I have too many more new wishes for these teams. So we're just going to be focusing on Fanatics, and I'm going to be doing my Fanatics wish list. So before we do jump into it, if you guys are new to the channel and you like hockey jersey content, please make sure to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. So my first wish is expanding on the Fanatic Authentic Pros. So those retail made in Canada jerseys, I absolutely love that they made those available to fans. I think that is, one thing that Adidas really should have done. So it's great that Fanatics is doing it, but of course they're basically only doing it for the home jerseys. They have a couple of exceptions here and there where some teams have it for a third jersey. I think like the Jets as well as the Canucks. I'm pretty sure Montreal has their away jersey in that Fanatics Authentic Pro. And then of course the Winter Classic jerseys were also available in the Authentic Pro. But for right now, it's mostly just the home jerseys. So in the future, I hope that they make a Fanatics Authentic Pro for every single jersey, all of the away jerseys as well as the thirds and all the specialty jerseys, which it looks like they are making, right now, but, just in the future as well, continue doing that. That is my wish. I hope that they are selling well. It does look like at least the Chicago Winter Classics, those have been selling pretty well. I don't know about the other jerseys and how well they're selling, but I know the Chicago ones went pretty quickly. So I hope that kind of motivates, Fanatics into saying, okay, we should, continue making these. I at least hope they don't stop making them. That is for sure. Because there is that possibility that maybe they say, okay, it's not worth it. Like, we're just going to completely get rid of the Authentic Pro because, casual fans, I don't think are buying them. I don't think too many casual fans are spending $425 American or 500 Canadian on a jersey. It's basically just those hardcore collectors. So I do wonder how well those Fanatic Authentic Pros are selling. The only thing about them expanding into the away jerseys and the third jerseys is I don't think the away jerseys would sell all that well because, even Adidas basically stopped making the away jerseys for a lot of teams because they just weren't selling. And, that was at just the regular Indo, $200 price range. So making a $500 one, I don't think those would sell very well, but maybe because it is the hardcore collectors, maybe you'll have more people buying it as long as it is, just a limited amount of jerseys. And I'm fine with that. I don't think they need to make a ton of Authentic Pros because, like I said, it is a pretty niche group that is buying it, but I still would like the option to have an Authentic Pro available, at least at some point, for every single one of the jerseys. I think that would be really, really nice. But yeah, of course, obviously, with the Authentic Pros, they're just very, very expensive. So I definitely would wait for a sale. If you're, thinking about buying an Authentic Pro, just wait for a sale on one because there's already been sales with these Authentic Pro jerseys, even the Chicago ones that sold out very, very fast. I saw those going for like $325 American. Like, people were getting like $100 off just because of like the Black Friday sale and a couple of other sales. So yeah, I wouldn't buy an Authentic Pro right away at full price. I don't really recommend buying any jersey at full price unless it is a very limited jersey. But yeah, I just hope that the Authentic Pros are doing well enough to make Fanatics think about, actually selling the away jerseys and the third jerseys because, yeah, I would really like that a lot. My second wish here is adopt a league-wide series, kind of like the Reverse Retro series because those were absolute hits. I think everybody loved them, but just don't do another Reverse Retro. I don't think they can anyways. I'm pretty sure they're not able to, but I'm happy about that because a Reverse Retro 3.0 series I don't think would do, at least I don't think it would be great just because of the fact that I think a lot of teams would be handcuffed and just don't really have a lot of options at this point. I'm thinking about like Vegas, they would struggle, I think, making up a third just random jersey. Seattle, I think, would maybe have a little bit of difficulties because they've kind of done already the Metropolitans with their Winter Classic. The Hurricanes, I think they ran out of ideas with that 2.0. So yeah, there are a couple of teams that I just don't think would do well with another Reverse Retro series. So I'm happy that Fanatics can't do that, but I would love to see Fanatics do some kind of league-wide series, whether those be city jerseys or like futuristic jerseys, some kind of theme like that. It would just be a ton of fun, and I think a lot lot of people, I mean, really, like, what is the downside other than just having a ton of jerseys? Because I think a lot of fans like it because it's something to talk about, it's something to look at. Obviously, collectors like it because there are more jerseys to collect, and the teams like it because it's more things to sell, and they like money. So I don't really see too many downsides, and I think Fanatics will do it at some point. You know, maybe not next year, but the year after for sure. I would be very shocked if they don't do it within their first 3 years. This year, obviously, I understand them not doing it because they are just kind of getting into actually making the jerseys for every single team, and it's a little bit difficult. Also having to deal with Utah jerseys and, you know, making those up. But I could definitely see by at least year 3 having some sort of league-wide series, and I think that would be a ton of fun. My third wish here is change the template. Now, obviously, we do know this is going to happen. I think it's either in year 2 or year 3 that they're going to do it. I can't quite remember at the moment, but yeah, obviously, they're not going to use the Adidas template for the entire time that they're making the NHL jerseys. They want to have their own spin to it, their own thing. But more specifically, it's not just the template that I want to change, it's the fit. That is the main thing that I really, really hate about the Adidas jerseys and about the Fanatic Premium jerseys. I just hate the fit of them. I think they're too long, they're too skinny, they just look really awkward, especially on like a short person. I know other people have this issue as well, but specifically with me in general, I'm really short and these jerseys are really long and they flare out, so it makes it look like I'm wearing a dress half the time, and I hate it. It's a very awkward fit, and I don't know why Adidas changed into that. It just doesn't look good. The fit is fine on the Adidas made in Canada jerseys, which of course roll over onto the Fanatic Authentic Pro jerseys, but for that Indonesian level, the, you know, just regular Adidas jersey or the Fanatic Premium jerseys, I hate the fit so much. So I'm really hoping that they kind of go back to the older fit of like maybe the CCM era. I would really like that. Even the Reebok era, I would be fine with. I just really hate how the Adidas jerseys fit. So my wish is that when Fanatics does change up the template, they change how the jerseys fit as well. On to number 4. Now, I'll be honest, I was like half running out of ideas at this point, but my fourth wish is that they start producing sweaters again. I absolutely love the CCM Heritage sweaters from back in the day. If you guys, you know, have watched the channel for a bit, you probably know just how much I love those things. So I would love for the NHL and Fanatics specifically, or Mitchell & Ness, whoever. I mean, Mitchell & Ness is owned by Fanatics, but I would love for them to start producing sweaters again because I think they're so cool, especially of the older teams, because, you know, obviously that is what they wore back in the day. So if they just had a heritage line, a, you know, sweater line, I think that would be so awesome. The thing is I could see them not doing it because Fanatics does already have their vintage line and Mitchell & Ness has their power plant line. So those are kind of their throwback series, but, you know, I want actual sweaters because it's been a while since we've had those. I mean, some teams have, you know, kind of played around with some sweaters. Obviously, the Montreal Canadiens, they have their heritage collection, which I love. Those sweaters are so cool. I have, I think, 4 of them, and I think there's, you know, only 7 of them, I think, in total. So I have like over half. I really love that collection. But one thing that gives me a little bit more hope is the Boston Bruins did have a sweater for sale during their Centennial game. I mean, obviously, it wasn't worn in the Centennial game, but during their celebration, they just had an older throwback sweater, and that was produced by Mitchell & Ness. So that one did sell out. I'm hoping that Mitchell & Ness sees that it sold out, sees that, you know, there is some interest in sweaters, and maybe, you know, hopefully ends up being able to produce more sweaters for the NHL and we can get a whole line out of it. That is at least my hope because, yeah, I really do love my sweaters. At number 5, I've make those specialty jerseys available to fans. So, I mean those warm-up jerseys that aren't really warm-up jerseys anymore because of the controversy. What was it, like 2 years ago now? Whatever it was. I think that they should bring them back, honestly. But whatever, it's not in the hands of Fanatics. That is the NHL. So it's not like Fanatics can, you know, make those warm-up jerseys being actually worn on ice again. But I wonder if they could make them available at a retail level because, of course, you kind of can't get those warm-up jerseys even back in the day very easily. The only way that you could get them is through an auction, which they still do. You still can get them through auctions, but they tend to be pretty expensive because they are the on-ice jerseys. Well, at least they're the, you know, player-issued jerseys, and then on top of that, they're specialty jerseys, and they also go towards charity as well, so they tend to get pretty expensive. So for someone like me, I just can't get them, right? They're just way too expensive. The only time that I have seen them available outside of an auction was on the Vancouver Canucks team store. They had a Pride jersey, I think it was like 2 years ago. That was just phenomenal. It looks so good. It was a made in Canada jersey, so they were selling it for like $750 Canadian. and I was really, really close to buying it, but I'm like, it's too much. I can't afford to spend that much money on a jersey. You know, those weren't even the player jerseys. That was just a blank version of the jersey, and I think it was like an extra $80 to $100 to customize the thing as well. So yeah, it was way too much for me, but I would love to buy those jerseys at like a retail level. If it was just the Fanatic premium level, the $200 Canadian jersey, I definitely would buy a couple of them because, man, some of those designs are just so awesome. Like, just most of the Vancouver Canuck ones, honestly, are actually really, really nice. They always do a phenomenal job with those theme night jerseys. And it's not like it would be completely out of the ordinary for them to sell these jerseys because they already do for some of the nights, the St. Patty's Day, the military night, and then the hockey fights cancer nights. They already sell all those jerseys at like the retail level. I don't think those get a ton of sales, so maybe that's why you wouldn't want to do it. On top of the fact that all of those jerseys are standardized, like every single hockey fights cancer jersey is the same except for the logo change. Same thing with the St. Patty's Day, same thing with the military appreciation night. But with the other specialty jerseys, those change for every single team every single year. Like there's no the exact same jersey for each night. They always, you know, do something different every single year. So it is pretty difficult to kind of get around to producing one every single year for multiple teams, for multiple nights. It would get a lot on top of the fact that those logos are also really difficult to make, I assume. Like they're very, very intricate. There's a lot of details in those logos. A lot of the time it's like 30 different things in one small logo. So I'm sure it's not easy to make those logos. And would it really be worth it for Fanatics at that point to make a jersey for just one night and just have it, you know, produced at a retail level? Probably not, especially if it's not going to be worn in a game or even in a warm-up, right? So I understand that, you know, this is kind of a long shot for me. It's not going to happen. It's just something that I really would like to see. It's me being selfish is what it is. Because, yeah, I really, really love those specialty night jerseys. You know, like I said, there was the Canucks Pride jersey. There was a Leaf Indigenous Night jersey that was fantastic a couple of years ago. A lot of Leaf fans really love that jersey. I saw a ton of people on Twitter saying that they wanted the Leafs to wear that in a game. I think there was a Hispanic night for the Seattle Kraken this year that looked really nice. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of those specialty night jerseys that just look phenomenal. And like I said, it's me being selfish, wanting them to produce it at a retail level. I know it's a long shot. I know it's not going to happen because, yeah, it's just not really feasible for Fanatics. It makes sense. I get why they wouldn't want to do it. But man, it's a wish. It's a Christmas wish, right? So I'm hoping for a Christmas miracle, even though it's not Christmas anymore. But anyways, those are just a couple of wishes, I guess 5 in particular, that I wanted to do. Yeah, just a little video here for Christmas, even though it's not really Christmas. Honestly, I did have plans to make another goofy outro like I did last year, but it's not Christmas anymore, so it ruins the joke a little bit. I was going to pretend like I was submitting my list again, and then get mad again, and then kind of hard cut it. It would be funny, at least to me. Probably not anyone else. It probably would be a little bit cringe to you guys, but it doesn't matter. I can't do it anymore because it's December 26th, so the joke doesn't even work anyways. That is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that is going to do it for me, though. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on all my social medias, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.